Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Those of you participating, those of you who we can't see, who are listening, wherever you may be, thank you very much for participating in this great webinar, one of my, the ones that I've been looking forward to the most. So Linda Staheli is the founder of Global Collab Network. I met Linda about almost a year and a half ago now, and Linda, she resides in the DC area in Arlington. And was very kind enough to host the very first 4Gen Now meetup. And she opened up literally her home, most importantly, her heart and soul to supporting 4Gen Now. And over the last year and a half, we have been exploring ways for Global Collab Network and 4Gen Now to collaborate. And today we have just some great things to share, especially for our members who are social impact entrepreneurs. So with that, I will turn it over to you, Linda. Welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jim. Okay, well, I want to introduce my collaborators here, and then I'm going to give a short overview, and I'm super excited about this opportunity. So thanks, Jim, and this is going to be a lot of fun. So John Hanachek is on here from California, and John and I were involved in the very beginning of the Global Collab Network. He was a student at Georgetown, a grad student, who was instrumental in really validating the concept of the Global Collab, which we'll talk about. The Global Collab is a virtual incubator where we encourage people to create intergenerational solutions to big challenges, small challenges, working in living room salons. So we're all about empowering youth. And one of our first projects that we created is Teens Dream, which we're going to talk about today. And so we've got a number of teens all over the world that have engaged in over 25 countries. And William is on here from Paris. And William was our youngest winner from last year, who has been instrumental in helping us on a lot of fronts. And we're super excited to have him on the webinar. And he's going to help us talk about our dream hubs. And then John's going to pitch in afterwards as well, because he's got a lot of ideas about the dream hubs. And John has just joined the Collab Board of Directors. So that's a quick overview. I'm going to do about a 10-minute presentation, and then we'll go from there. So I'm going to try to share my screen here and start. Let's see. So can everybody see my screen? Okay, good. So I'm actually going to start with our website here. And this is the Global Collab website at teensdreamcollab.org. And on the front, you can come down, and I'm going to show you a video that William created last year for the Starbucks Challenge. It's over here. We had 9 videos that teens created. And this one is just a real quick one that takes one of the songs. We had 2 of our winners create a rap song for Teens Dream, one from London and one from Maryland. And then William from Paris put it together with an animation. So we'll just show that real quick as a beginning overview. Can you see this?
Yo, Sophia.
Hey, Jay.
Are they ready?
No way.
Well, let's go either way. So we're here with Teens Dream, and we're trying to make a change. Gonna start a revolution, and we're on the first page. We don't care about your age, we don't care about your race. We're just trying to strive for greatness. You can't put us in a cage. Make the world a better place with the things we do or say. I'm not talking about tomorrow, man. Let's make a start today. We're the future of today, and we're gonna pave the way. If you're with Teens Dream, say hey. It could be something personal you've wanted to achieve. You can focus on communities or have a global dream. Yeah, the world's going crazy, and it's obvious to see, but know that anything is possible. You just need to believe. So we're here with Teens Dream, and we're gonna make a change. Gonna start a revolution, and we're on the first page. Here with Teens Dream, and we're gonna make a change. Gonna start a revolution, and we're on the first page. Here with Teens Dream, and we're gonna make a change. Here with Teens Dream, and we're gonna make a change. Here with Teens Dream, and we're gonna talking about tomorrow, man, let's make a change today. Yeah.
So that's a quick overview on Teens Dream that William put together. It's a collaboration between teens. And then next I'm going to show you an overview on...
My name is Harrison Siegel.
My name is Ronan.
I'm Adri.
I'm George Biff. I'm Pablo Guarneros.
I'm from Paris, France.
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
I'm from Dubai, United Arab Emirates. I'm from San Francisco. From Mexico City, Mexico.
My dream is to improve education.
My dream is to clean up California's coast. My dream is to stop whole world hunger. My dream is to create the next art world.
And my dream is to end food waste.
So what do we all have in common? We're all teens. We're all teens whose dreams have been heard and actualized by the Global Collab.
The Global Collab Network is a global nonprofit organization based in Arlington, Virginia. It focuses on connecting youth and their passions around finding solutions to everyday challenges, local and global, by connecting them with established networks and expertise, utilizing living room salons. The Collab Network has hosted over 50 salons within the past 3 years, focused on a range of issues, from mental health to mindfulness, female empowerment, youth engagement, refugees, and earth conservation. The goal of the Collab is to empower intergenerational engagement focused on teen priorities to help incubate change. 3 years ago, in 2014, the Collab Network launched its flagship initiative in a series of living room salons with teens called Teens Dream. The Teens Dream was created to engage teens globally around their passions that connects them with networks, mentors, organizations, and other teams to help them take action towards their dreams. They did this through a global video competition and are now hoping to create virtual dream hubs, which will connect teens virtually and help them take action towards their dreams. Support the Global Collab Network so we can continue helping these teens and their dreams.
Okay, so you all saw that. We're going to just show one more video in a PowerPoint and then we'll be done and we'll hear from William first. Let's see if I can find this. So this is our website, and here you can learn about the competition, our rubric. Here you can see all the submissions and winners and our map. So if you go to the map, you can actually see where these teams are from all over the world. And you can watch their videos from the map as well as the gallery. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time to load. And we're going to be adding 125 new stars here. But you can go here and see Nikolai's dream and watch his video on ending deforestation, for example. Let's go back. You can learn about our dream hubs, which we're going to spend a lot of time on, our mentors, our blog, and here we've got our virtual rooms where we do our dream hub work and our media downloads. So I'm actually going to go over here and click on our downloads. I'm going to look at a presentation real quick and just walk us through this. Let's see if I can do this from the beginning here. Let's start here. Okay, can you hear me? Okay, good, thanks, Jim. So this is Teens Dream. We focus now on the Sustainable Development Goals, which are 17 goals that the United Nations created for the world to work on collaboratively. And in fact, Jim and 4Gen Now, Samantha, joined us from Boston with Teens Dream, and we had a delegation just 2 weeks ago where we sat in the United Nations General Assembly room with other youth and change makers to learn about the 17 goals. And this is a fabulous architecture for young people and older folks to work collaboratively on the challenges of the planet. And you can actually go on our website and learn more about the goals by clicking on each of these, and it takes you straight to the website. I'm not going to talk about a lot of this because you know why we need to engage youth. But Teens Dream focuses on educating youth and teachers. So we're really reaching out now to teachers. So if any of you have contacts with teachers, that's something we'd love. And we empower youth by hosting this video competition. And all teens do is create a short 2-minute video of their dream as it relates to the UN Sustainable Development Goals. And we incentivize them with $100 prizes and $500 prizes for the grand prize winner. And then we fly the teens to Washington, DC, and we celebrate them and connect them with mentors. And we ask them to get involved in our dream hubs. And then we also have a teen media production group for teens that are struggling with their videos. So that's a group of teens that will help teens with their videos. And then we act by connecting teens in these virtual dream hubs. So you can look on our website to learn more about the competition. We've shared with you the map. Here's our teams that will help you with our teen media production group. We have mentors that are from all over that will help teens with and William is one of our winners. He'll talk a little bit about this. Here's our actual list of winners from last year. And you can see William at the bottom, his video on food waste. And then one of our winners, our grand prize winner from London, I'll show his video at the end. Jo, his dream was that the world would hear his rap music. And he created an awesome video on the Sustainable Development Goals. And the Smithsonian flew him into Washington to perform in front of 800 policymakers. So we do all sorts of things to support teens with their dreams. So that's a quick overview. And then I'm going to end with Jo's rap, and then we'll have William talk and maybe show his video here. Let's see if I can get out of this fast without. Okay, so here's Jo, and here's his rap.
Yeah. 1, no more poverty in the streets. Let's open our hands and give, not receive. 2, 0 hunger. I believe there's enough food in the world that everyone can eat. 3, good health and well-being. Sometimes people can't afford the medication they need. 4, quality education in all nations. Let a textbook help guide young generation. 5, gender equality. Whether we're male or female, we should not be treated differently. 6, clean water and sanitation. Let's get rid of the diseases with a simple donation. 7, affordable and clean energy for the people less fortunate than me. Spark a light for them to see. 8, support and economic growth. Could you work 9 to 5 without money off your own? 9, industry, innovation and infrastructure. People building, don't stop creating what they will help each other. 10, reduce inequalities. You gotta be given the same chance when applying for a private. 11, sustainable cities and communities. People deserve a roof over our heads. We need some unity. 12, responsible production and consumption so we let our rights get bigger than our stomachs don't waste nothing. 13, climate action, be proactive. Cause all the CO2 that we're emitting is a bad thing. 14, life below water, get it in order cause we're killing all the fish with the oil that's being brought up. 15, life on land, let's understand the survival of the birds and trees around our hands. 16, peace, justice, and strong institutions. The people have the power to obtain a solution. 17, partnership for the goals. You will need each other when the road gets cold. I am a team with a dream, and with a team's dream, I believe I can achieve. Again, I am a team with a dream, and with a team's dream, I believe I can achieve. Again, I am a team with a dream, and with a team's dream, I did achieve. Yeah, and so I'm wishing everyone the best of luck in the 2016 Teens Dream Video Contest. Remember, we all have a dream, and it's up to us as to whether we follow those dreams or we let them slide away. So I suggest we go follow our dreams. It's our time. Yeah.
Okay, so love Jo. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is turn this over to William, but what I was gonna say before I do that is William's been really helpful. The first video you saw, the red one with the animation, was his, that he did the animation, and then Jo and Sophia wrote the song, Jo performed it from London, so that was a collaboration, and then William created the animations. That was a three-way collaboration between 3 countries, which was kind of cool. I'm going to share real quickly again on our front page of Teens Dream the video that our teens created. It's a compilation of all the videos winners from last year, and so you can see here. Okay, so I know I've been talking a lot. It's 9:17, but I think that gives you a good overview on Teens Dream. What we really wanted to talk about today is our dream hubs, because that's where we see the change making happening on a larger scale. And I think this little video here could give you a sense of what we're trying to do on the dream hubs, which is connect teens with other teens around the planet on each of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals using teens' passions. So we have a dream hub already on education up here, and we've got 3 teens involved in, there are ambassadors. So if you go down here, you'll see the teen ambassadors, Pablo from Mexico, Kat, and Adri from the US, and an adult mentor. And so we're really interested in seeing what we can do this year to engage teens and build out the dream hubs. What we'd like is to have 17 different dream hubs or more. And William's going to talk about his dream hub idea, and then I'm going to announce that we just got a contract with the Smithsonian to help build out the dream hubs focused on Earth optimism. And so, William, I'm hoping that we can connect you up with some folks from the Smithsonian on your focus on sustainable agriculture. So Sophia is here, and we're going to share her video with the kids that created the Arts Dream Hub, which are Carly, Sophia, and Pablo. And Sophia's been taking the lead with Pablo, and they have an adult mentor, Almula, who we need to get her picture up. But here's I've shown a lot of videos, so I hesitate to show one more. Maybe what we can do is just let me stop talking, and William, why don't I'm going to stop, and then you can go on from here with John and talk about the dream hubs a little bit. Okay?
Yeah, okay. So initially I did a video for Teens Dream in 2016, and I submitted a video on a subject that I'm interested in, food waste. And after Teens Dream gave me the opportunity of going to Washington, D.C., and I was able to meet my mentor, who is Catherine Miller, who is the general director of sustainable food at the James Blake Foundation. And I was also able to meet other teens. After Washington, D.C., after my stay there, I wanted to continue to try and achieve my goal, which is to reduce food waste. And after talking to Linda Staheli, I began creating a dream hub with the goal of reducing food waste. So I would be doing videos and posts and images to raise awareness about food waste, but also other issues related to agriculture, and really try to raise awareness about this topic, which is very important especially today. And that's why we decided to create the Dream Hub, which is called Fork to Plate, Farm to Fork, sorry, Farm to Fork Dream Hub. And currently we're trying to expand the Dream Hub. Well, first, where it should be created soon, but we're going to try and find more members who are interested in joining, and also a mentor for the Dream Hub.
Right, and do you want to share your video on food waste?
I'm gonna try to share my screen.
I mean, I can do it if you want, or
maybe it would be easier because I'm not sure how.
okay, so let me just share his video real quick on food waste. So if you go to the Teens Dream website, at the front of our website are the winning videos. So you just come over here, and then down at the bottom, excuse me, right here, you can see the winning videos. And William Boucher is right here, France. And so you go up here and you click here, and he's number 2. So we'll go on here, click that, go here, let's see if this works.
What if I tell you something costs more than $600 million to US every year and only affects our world negatively? You might think it's unreal, but it is in our daily lives. Food waste. Nearly 10% of crops are thrown away by the producers because they do not meet visual standards, even though they are perfectly fine to eat. After, when the food arrives at the supermarkets, some are thrown away because the packaging is damaged or simply because the expiration dates are exceeded, even though some could be eaten without any problem. Then, when the food arrives to the consumer, 1/12 of the food in their plate will finish in the bin. And when they do waste food, the energy and water used to grow, transport, and package the product is destroyed. This waste is responsible for 3.3 billion tons of greenhouse gases, which contributes to global warming. Not only that, but 25% of all fresh water is wasted for this food. Knowing that 1/10 of the global population is undernourished, this means we have enough food for everyone, but we decide to waste it instead of ending world hunger. This is why I dream that one day there will be zero food waste. Help me achieve it by being realistic and only take what you're sure to be able to eat. We need to ask the producers to stop throwing food that is perfectly fine to eat. I know we're capable. We just need to act together so we can end food waste, therefore reduce greenhouse emissions, reduce the waste of fresh water, and reduce the amount of undernourished people. We are capable of it. I'm sure of it.
And then if you go up here, you can see another video, which I don't think we have time to show, but it shows what they did as a result. Right here, this is a video, I think, William, of what you and William, the two of you, you and Ronan did to address your food waste working with your mentor, right?
Yes, we were basically doing summarizing what we were able to do thanks to Teens Dream and also our progress on food waste.
Yeah. So do you have any thoughts more about this, or why don't we open it up to John to share a few words, and then we can get a discussion going.
Maybe one thing that we could do if we have time is show a few posts that I already created for the Dream Hub. Which
yes. Yes.
Okay. Do you have access to them through Drive? It might be easier, but
are they on? Did you send an email with the Drive?
Wait. I'm gonna see if it works. Can you see my screen?
I don't know. I have to. Sorry here, guys. Just a second. Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try and quickly show you a few posts I create for the Dream Hub.
This is exciting for me because I haven't seen these. Oh yeah, I have seen a couple of these, yes.
So like I said, I'm thinking of doing some pictures like this. Those the pictures are from me, so it will be completely copyright free, and so we will be able to share it everywhere on the social medias as well as the TeenStream website. Here's another one. And I'm also thinking of doing videos such as this one, which I'm going to try.
Wow, that's pretty powerful.
And yes, I'm hoping to do multiple videos similar to this one in order to to raise awareness. And I hope to be able to upload them on a regular basis. I'm not, maybe every week or every 2 weeks, I'm not sure. It kind of depends how free I am.
That's great. And aren't you working as an intern with an organization in France?
Yeah. I also obtained an internship for this summer in the Ministry of Ecology. So it's the national ministry, and I'm hoping to learn more things on this topic. And maybe if I learn interesting things, I'm maybe even going to be able to do new posts for the Dream Hub.
Yeah. And the goal here is William works with other teens from the rest of the world that are doing similar work or interested in similar work, and they support each other and meet in virtual rooms like this one to talk about what they're doing, share, and inspire each other, but also adults to make change happen, right, William?
Yeah, no, it's not about only teens, it's really intergenerational. I think everyone can be actor of change.
That's awesome. So is there anything else you want to share before John jumps in here?
No, I think I've covered the everything I want on the Dream Hub.
William, you're amazing. So excited that you're working with us. And John, John's an entrepreneur. So John, why don't you add your thoughts, and then Jim, did you want to say something?
Just to know, how do you?
I just want to let, while Krista's here, Krista has been an educator. She's transitioning, but you had mentioned about educators. Krista knows that.
Oh, Krista, I want to talk to you about education.
Oh, of course, of course.
Yeah, maybe when we're done, we could hear from Krista after John says a few words. What were you going to say, William?
No, I'm just wondering how you stop screen sharing. Can you still see my screen?
Yeah, you can press stop screen share at the bottom, I think.
Can you still see it? I just pressed.
I can still see it. There we go.
Oh, here. Oh, okay.
Oh, good. And we have another person joining us. This is great. So, John, why don't you jump in here?
Well, hey, okay, so we got great so far, Linda and William. Wow, William, that's pretty rad. I have some folks I want to connect you with too already, right? So once you get the ball rolling, you have some little kernel of something, even just that little video can be enough to build a whole pearl of action around. So what I'm really interested in doing now, because I helped Linda get this off the ground back in the day. It feels like we made some of the first Teens Dream content, the first ad, and we were all kind of looking at each other like, is this going to take off? And it is, because there's a need for this. There's a need to want to bring together not just the teenagers play in their space, the adults play in their space, but really how do we bring us all together? Because these challenges we got to stack it all the way from the ground to the sky, and figure out these solutions. And what I'm really pleased with is that we have found, this connection with the Sustainable Development Goals, and also that we're having this meeting right now and it's working. Because what that means is that the technology is no longer our problem. It is no longer an issue of, do we have the tools to do this job? No, that is 100% not true. We have all the tools we need. Now, what's the shape they take? So the diagram of a Dream Hub is pretty simple, actually, and it's already exists now, today. It's a chatting application. I want to go with Telegram because it's encrypted. All the crypto people use Telegram, which should sell us something, right? If those people are using it, then it's got something good for it. However, it doesn't necessarily even need to be, I think the official rooms can be Telegrams. But this is also platform agnostic. As long as we have the core team and the vision, people can contribute their ideas all over the place. You guys have already made a collaboration. So clearly you didn't need to wait for something to get set up to do this. However, what I'm wanting to do is start official Telegram rooms per each channel. So each channel will have its own giant room. I mean, these can have thousands of people in them. So it might get a little crazy, but everyone can share links. Then you can break out subgroups and whatever if you need to. Video meetings can take place through Zoom, right? Or appear in. There's those two systems. They both work fine. They both have their pros and cons. We need just a simple thing to bring it all together for our Dream Hub itself, which would be holding on to the link for the Zoom or appear in room. It just sits there in the page. This is what it is. Uploaded some videos, content occasionally. I'd love to click a forum module into our site, and we'll get with our web admin about that so that you can just upload videos instead of having to wait or whatever. You could just post them as threads. And then social media, connection out from these hubs that the participants run, and do whatever they want. I mean, so these tools, right, we're not waiting for, I've been involved in the creation of tools and they take a long time to get going. So if we can use existing tools, right, and just keep the vision around why we're using the tools, then we're done. I mean, it's not to minimize the amount of work that it will take to keep all the cats together. But as far as I can see as a designer, we have all the tools we need to do this. And so even starting today with the food waste hub, I would love to just get William and me and anyone else who wants to join that in a Telegram chat and just start poking away at each other, right? Just download something like that. I like Telegram because it's encrypted. So there's this aspect of futuristic stuff. I want to use WhatsApp or whatever. I'm open to other suggestions, but also the thing is we'll have to just make a choice, right? What can be on people's phones? What can do this stuff? But really what I'm most interested in is we just need to start talking more, sustained. So the chat helps us meet in the middle, and you can call each other on the chat with that and leave voice messages and stuff. How I participate in the world is that way. When my friends can't see each other in a meeting or in a physical space, we fill the gap with chat, and we share a lot of stuff with each other. So we'll all be friends in the Dream Hubs. And yeah, I mean, that's the funny thing is that's kind of where Dream Hubs are. Is we've been, I think, waiting a little bit for it, but I think we have all the ingredients now, like literally as we speak now, to just wrap these up. Let's get it going. We have our three. We have the food waste, we have arts, we have education. And that would be as simple as, let's start the chat. Let's start, having regular meetings if we can inside the room that's associated with the page. And we're ready to see what comes out of that. Let's think what else is going on here. I mean, the partnerships angle, there's so many folks out there that I've met that are working on parts of these things. And if they get a chance to connect with the teens, if the teenagers can see what's going on out there, and the older folks sometimes need that injection of fresh enthusiasm to want to work. And so I see a really natural bridge between the generations there for sort of energy and access. And it's just exciting. I mean, I feel so much of the content also, just for all of us, the content that really is working so well is the teenagers keep showing up to us and saying, no, we can do it. It's possible. We can do it. So imagine daily media that's getting pushed out for ourselves, for our internal chatting groups. And then again, the reason I'm picking Telegram here and I want to keep bringing it up is because you can have channels that don't necessarily have chat back. So you can create like a first hit, like this is like the source. Then if we point media outlets to that channel, they can start pulling down that. So it's almost like the old school newswire kind of thing. We kind of can create the Dream Hub newswires, and then, or what RSS was supposed to be, right? So that folks, we make them aware. Let's make them media aware and find more media groups. There's a media group that's part of the collab. They're connected to it. That slogan is, it's the smiles, not the fear. So, and they do all this stuff. They're called perception travel, right? So they do a lot of stuff about what is it like for people to live where they are. And there are these groups out there that are starting to come up where they want to show positivity. I was just talking with my grandmother. So talk about intergenerational. She's 91 and she's very distressed about how negative the news media is and how often it's portraying something negative. And these are self-fulfilling prophecies, right? So if you say the world is negative, then it is. And so you will be negative and it goes down. So our job, as far as my perspective is concerned, and I think we can agree, is we're going to stop this downward spiral. No, it's actually very positive because we have everything we need and all the people we need and all the food we need. That was great. William, like the visuals to show clearly, like, okay, if we're throwing away this much and this many people are hungry, let's just not throw this much away. Done. And by simplifying, clarifying, and refusing to accept that there is an insurmountable problem in the world, we're good. We can start to push out from our own network and push outward to the world with this message of, I wouldn't even say that it's hope, because hope sometimes comes out of a place of fear. I don't think we're afraid. I think we're working hard. I think that our group is that it's not even about hope. It's just about, what do we need to do? Here are the steps that we need to do. Here's what we're working on. Here's who needs to talk to who. And we're beyond hope. We're just doing the solution. We're a solutions-oriented group. We know that we have these problems, but they're in a way more opportunities, right? They seem insurmountable, but the opportunity to bring all these beautiful and brilliant people together around these challenges means that on the other side of solving these, we're going to have a whole new kind of network in our world, a newer kind of connection that's strong, a golden thread, not just through the centuries, but really every time human beings are alive, from childhood all the way through being a very elderly person. Let's keep us all engaged in checking back in on our world and helping and working with each other. And again, with these tools now, it's the tools themselves are here, they're ready, and we're ready to use them. So The next couple of weeks are going to be, I think, just bringing the dream hubs together, which is as simple. Seriously, I want to keep this so simple. It's as simple as folks get Telegram, sign up an account. We're going to make a channel there and everyone chats. Let's just do it. And then we already have this Zoom room. We already have other Zoom rooms. We'll just pick a URL that just stays alive all the time. Okay, great. Put that on the web. All the videos that, guys like William are making, let's just get them up, on wherever we need to go. Our web page itself, we might just need one little bit there to get it to let you upload things all the time. But we're pretty much ready to start talking. And so I will leave it there with how tangible this is and how much this is actually happening. And also open the floor for suggestions about if there are other tools that we want to click into this, let's start engaging that as well.
Thanks, John. Okay, let's hear from the folks in the room. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Can we hear from folks in the room? Christian is from Chile. I don't know if he left us or what, but
Hi, Linda. It's Krista. I just have a quick question about, and forgive me if this has already been covered, but just in terms of using social media, because I think it's definitely a good idea for this to expand to that area. Do you have a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Everything is up on that. What's the following there?
What's the following?
The following,
yeah. We haven't focused a lot on the followings. I'd have to look at the numbers. I have no idea.
I was just thinking just in terms of exposure, how much that would definitely benefit, and especially because of the target audience that you all have as well. And what other social media are you using right now?
So if you go to our website, you can see at the very top of the website, and I can take you there, all the social media that we use. So let's see, Teens Dream, where are we? If you just go to the Teens Dream website, we use Twitter, we use Instagram, we use Facebook.
So you're doing Instagram stories and Snapchat and all of those kinds of things?
We've been trying to get our teens to help us with our social media because we know that social media is the way to reach teens. And so it's been, it's something that we need to focus more on, is getting our social media to really, it takes a lot of work to just get, keep the social media active. And everybody is volunteering. So you can see we have Facebook. I don't know if I'm zooming in here. But if you go to our website, you can see at the top we have Facebook, Twitter, our YouTube channel, and Instagram are all listed at the top of our website.
And someone's monitoring them, and those are all active?
Well, they're active, but we don't have any staff, so except no real paid staff, so everything is volunteer. So it depends on whether we can get people to help us with our social media.
I'm sorry about the background noise.
That's okay. So we work really hard to focus on social media, but it's a function of the hours of our teens and the adults involved.
Yeah. Oh, I completely understand, because it's its own beast.
Yeah, it's a full-time job to just be on top of the social media.
The goal would be, if anyone, like, you're coming at this with some great energy. The goal, my goal, and Linda, you can see if you are agreeing with me, is we would love to delegate these tasks. If you're like, oh, I want to make Snapchats, go ahead. Make a geotag on Snapchat and do it. We're trying. This is not necessarily traditional. We're not the UN. We don't have thousands and thousands of staff, as Linda is saying. So
right.
The way this works is we're trying to create a brand and an identity around this that folks can come in and maybe you just have to, like, hey, this is the kind of content I want to post, and you share that with us sort of privately. This is where the chats come in. Hey, I really want to become an ambassador. Okay, what do you got? How do you post? Oh, it looks like this? Yeah, go ahead. You're an ambassador. And we just move on. We don't want to become a bottleneck. We just want to make sure we keep the standards up. But once that goes, like if you all of a sudden were like, oh, I really want to do, Instagram stories. Okay, here's the account. Like I don't see personally, and Linda, you can step in if you think I'm out of line, but I see this working in that way where we're going to just open up these channels to folks, and we'll have admins kind of crowdsource all of our admins from out there in the world. And then that means if we had a handful of people across the earth, one in every time zone, we would have enough social media content to create a network of voluminous content. So rather than try and channel this through our Arlington, Virginia, location, no, we're literally a global brand. The Teens Dream and Collab brand combines with Forgen Now, anyone else who's got a brand and a connection. We're just trying to create the meta narrative of every challenge is solvable. We have each other, right? And that's our brand, and we just push that out and start to counteract some of the negativity that's out there. So if you've got kids that want to do it.
You have ideas for, we're looking for teens and teachers to get engaged. If you have any teens or teachers or yourself that want to get engaged, we'd love to talk to you.
Yeah, I have nothing concrete at the moment, but I was just thinking, just to know in terms of your overall audience, to really just kind of reach them, and we've seen how social media actually starts social movements.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
So we would definitely want to take advantage of that. But let me do some thinking, and if I think of things and can pass them along to you all, I'd be more than happy to. I work with mostly college students. Or I do primarily with college students, and in a way, this might be the type of project that they could do to collaborate them, especially since we are focusing on this idea of social change and how we can implement that as educators. So let me think a bit.
Yeah, and we're very interested. We could have college students be mentors to our high school students.
Yes.
They don't have to be like post-college. It depends on the level of maturity and interest. If you have a really passionate college student that's passionate about agriculture that wants to work with William, that's awesome.
Okay, yeah, let me think a bit, and I'll circle back with you.
We're looking at dream hubs coming up on mental health, on gun control. We have a whole bunch of teens working right now from Mexico on art for gun control. And in fact, this afternoon they're presenting, one of our winners is presenting at a conference on the contemporary American teenager on Teens Dream. And she did a dance on gun control.
Oh, wow.
So it's like teens they think out of the box, and we're super excited to work with them at wherever they come in, right, William?
So, Linda, I have a question. So, and John, William, what's your biggest problem? And don't say money. What's the issue? What could we do collaboratively with Forgen Now, with other groups, like-minded people, if money weren't the object, just from an energy, John, and I love what you were saying, that, tools are no longer the problem. We can, that's not an obstacle. So what is the obstacle? How can we help Global Collab Network and Teens Dream to the level beyond what you're thinking, John? Linda.
Well, John and William will pitch in, but up until recently, one of the obstacles was the technology. John and I have been working on different platforms, and I don't want to talk about that anymore, but I think John's right that we've found platforms that work now, so the tools are there. But that was a little bit of an obstacle. And thankfully, we got this appear.in, which John introduced us to. So that's one. The second is just time and time zones, coordinating schedules. We've got really committed teens and adults, but trying to get everybody's busy schedules coordinated to schedule a room chat is sometimes hard. because everybody's got a lot of things going on in their lives. But we've got committed teens and we have committed adults, but it's a matter of putting it all together. So this is the year where we're putting it all together, and we're going to slowly build it out. And that's where we need people to say, oh, I know a really committed teen on women's empowerment and girls' empowerment, and they're going to be willing to be an ambassador. And I know a really committed adult that's willing to mentor on agriculture sustainability with William. And, you know, we need people willing to take the time to come into these rooms. So that's one of the challenges I want to put out there. William, what do you want to add? And John?
Well, I do think time zones are a problem, like you said. When we want to do a meeting with several people, it's always hard to find a time everyone can meet. But I think that's the main obstacle, and I don't see really any solution except, but I don't think it's too big of a problem.
Yeah, we'll just have to, those realities exist. I think the big obstacle now is maybe as well folks trying to get the buy-in of this is happening, this is a social movement, and also changing, you know, this is my perception, is folks are coming at, we're an NGO, right? We have this or that and the other thing going on legally. However, we're not trying to run this like aid, like USAID or something, where this is the building. We also need some help expressing the idea that if you like what we're up to and you have ideas, please, for the love of God, come. You must contribute. If you've got something going on, you know, we aren't a defensive organization. We're not somewhere where you're going to tell us something about our process that you may or may not like, and we're going to get all antsy about it. That's not true at all. We're going to say, do you want to try and fix it? So this is, you know, trying to rephrase all of our partnerships and everyone around us to, this is positive and an opportunity. If you come to our site and you're like, hey, I don't know, it's hard to use. Oh, that sounds like you're a user experience person. You want to join the back channel UX chat? Great, we'll be happy to join you in. And that's trying to change the pitch of, sometimes people see a brand and they think the brand is solid and it doesn't move. That's not really this brand. Ever since day one, we've been pulling people in, people have to leave, people have to come. We've got to be, if we're going to survive, I think all of us in these social movements, we have to be very comfortable and also make sure everyone who engages with us is comfortable to jump in for a little bit, help Juju, jump out. You know, if you're going to take on a solid role, all right, you've taken on this role, you have to stay. How do I need to get connected, whatever. This is a very dynamic process. This is like a vortex around any given idea. And so anytime you want to throw something into the vortex, please go ahead and do it. If you think of anyone off the top of your head and you're like, want to bring them over. What I'm going to be working on with William and with some of the other teens is, first, we need to get connected. I'm not even that well connected to that. So first we need to make like a main chat room where we can just hit away these ideas. What I'm hoping to get for us here is, on my notes, we're going to have simple stuff. Like, even if we had a giant database in, you know, Google Sheets about who is what and what kind of person are they. And then if you wanted to name dump on there, any of you, with anyone you've ever thought of, you know, those kinds of things. I think it's time for us. We've been kind of like refining this brand and keeping our competition. Now we're really opening it up to say, like, please bring your resources to bear here. And let's find the boundaries where it's Teens Dream and it's 4Gen Now. They have different focuses. So let's try and figure out what that is. However, there is absolutely no reason to not share resource just because you have a brand edge, right? How many collaborative tools people do you meet who are 5 different companies who, when it's a collaborative tool, like that's silly. We're not doing that. Our business model is connecting people to each other and getting resources to flow through our network. It's not in gatekeeping. So make sure, every time we talk to anyone, it's important that we say, if you have any interest in this at all, just bring your resources here. This is a brand for us to operate under. And in 3 years, we won't recognize the way this looks. I guarantee you. I guarantee this is going to look way more powerful. And the brand, this initial little kernel of the brand is going to be grown into this big tree, right? From all of us, all these people that we haven't even met these people yet, coming in together and putting more stuff in. So that's kind of the almost a spiritual problem. Is I think people are still used to the old era where a brand meant a competition. And even though we have a video competition, right, our brand itself wants to grow. It wants to change. We want to find the others, and we want to share our resources. So please, make sure everybody knows that this is a genuinely collaborative effort, and no fear about expressing things that are like, hey, I don't know if you guys are doing this quite right. Oh, great. Thank you for telling me that. That's exactly what we want, right? We don't want to, no one's the expert entirely, right? So we want to bring us all together. So that's my.
Okay, great. John, I have to run, and I know other folks do too. So are there any closing comments from you, Jim, or any of the others?
Just thank you, Linda. I'm so blessed to have met you. You have put together just an amazing organization. John, so nice to meet you. William, so nice to meet you. Keep up the great work. Krista, I'm so glad, again, you've become one of the staunchest, most reliable supporters of ForgeN Now, and I know you'll be leading a webinar shortly. I have some ideas about connecting, John, to your point. Some of the contacts, especially in Denver, where I'll be going out to next month, I have a much better idea how to present the great work that you guys are doing. So thank you. Thank you for your time, Linda. Thank you, everyone.
So much. Okay, and we'll hear back from you guys, and maybe you can connect us to Krista, Jim.
Yes.
And also Christian from Chile. Okay.
Awesome.
Bye.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.